Welcome back, guys. So obviously by now you figured out I am not at work. We had kind of a slow day at the farm, so I got sent home this afternoon. I've been home for a couple hours, hauled some wood and stuff, just kind of spent some time with our dogs. There's 3 of our other dogs out here right now. We have 6 all together, which I know you guys are probably like, 6 dogs, what do you need 6 dogs for? Well, I don't know. We used to raise some litters of puppies. It was just something that brought in a little extra money and it was fun to do. Unfortunately, it was too fun for us because we couldn't help ourselves and we'd get too attached to all the dogs, and we'd end up keeping at least 1 from every litter, sometimes 2. We kind of had to give that up because we're getting too many dogs, but that's why we have so many of them. They're over there having a good time. So anyway, it's a pretty nice day. You guys can see the water is dripping off the roof here. It's about 40 degrees. I think it's 42. Not quite as warm as they said it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be around 46 or 7 today, but it is nice. The sun was out earlier and it was just beautiful. It's kind of clouded in a little bit now, but it is later in the day. It's around 2 o'clock. Since it was so nice out, I figured we might as well find something outside to do. So we are going to be trying to start up the old beast today. Some of you guys probably know what I mean by that, but I have an old Ford F-100 in 1974. It's over there right now. And it hasn't been started up since probably October, maybe early November. Try to start that up, see if we can get it going, maybe move it out of the snowbank there. It's supposed to snow later on this week, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to have it there. It's in the way of plowing, so we're gonna try to move that. Not sure how it's gonna go. It has a bad battery, so I have to jump it. I think I just really don't use it enough because the battery itself isn't that old. I think it's around 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. Time flies, I don't know. I bought it just after I got the truck, so it's probably around 4 years old now. But still not that old for a battery, so we are going to be using my truck to jump that. There's a few more things wrong with it, so I'll explain that when we get over there, but... First thing, looks like we need to clean the snow off in it. So... my battery is on this side, and that battery, I believe, is on this side. So, should have probably angled it just a little bit better. There we go. That should work. And we'll get pretty close. Should be good. I got a little violent with my scraper. No, you're silly. You're a silly boy. No, jump on the vehicle. Oh, sorry. Ready? Catch it. Oh, good try. Here, try again. It's not a catcher. All right. I guess that'll do. Oh, it's a heavy hood. Okay. Needs a good cleaning, I'd say, but everything looks okay, so. Alright. We'll hook it up to this truck first since I know it's dead. think that's got a good connection. So while we let that charge just a little tiny bit, I wanted to show you guys, must be on the other side. We kind of lost a muffler the last time I drove it. So that's a bit of a problem. I guess that's why you have a dual exhaust, so if you lose one, you still have another one. Obviously it needs a really good washing. It's got a lot of grime on it. It does clean up really nice, but it's really, really dirty right now, so we need to wash it up. Still needs to be painted, clearly. I think I am going to replace this whole quarter panel over here because the person who had it before me bondoed it pretty good. They did a really good job. You can see it's cracking now, and bondo just really isn't ever the answer if you're going to want it to look good for a long time. So I'm probably just going to replace that whole bedside. Last I knew they were around $250. I'm sure they're more expensive now because everything's gone up. So let's try to start the old girl. I'm not sure it'll move out of there. It's in quite a hole, but four-wheel drive is one of the few things that does work, so we'll see. It took me a while to find the key because I put it somewhere safe, so safe that I didn't even remember where it was. Okay, so neutral. Dead as a doornail. We're gonna take that battery out and charge it. It's just a waste of time to try to do it like this. Alright, so I got tools and snacks because I was starving. Now, probably what I brought isn't right. Oh wow. This one, on the other hand, looks like it needs to be replaced, honestly. Now, how in the world? Okay, somebody, I think that was me actually. I wired these underneath the battery handle, so you're gonna have to take them off to get this out. What a dope. Oh my gosh, did I do the same thing with this one? I did. What ails me? There we go. How this is hooked. It's pretty simple. Let's go charge it. First, let's see what it says. 960 cranking amps and 800 cold cranking amps. Ugh. That looks dangerous. Now we wait. Alright, so it has been a little over an hour, about an hour and a half, and we're gonna just see if this battery is charged enough to even attempt to start the truck, because I have to go back to work right now, so we're gonna try to get it started and move it, but honestly, I don't think there's much hope for that. Try not to put them under the handle this time. This nice warm weather is reminding me of sap season, and it's kind of bumming me out because I know it's not there yet. Alright, this probably officially didn't do anything, but we'll give it a shot. Also guys, check out my shirt. The new game plan that didn't do anything. I think what might be going on, the alternator might be stuck. So what we're gonna do is a little trick that I used on that car over there, actually had the same problem. You just take your whatever size nut that is, you take a big torque wrench and then you pour oil down over this and you just move it back and forth, and eventually that will free up. So I think that's the problem. And I guess that's what we'll try next. So I'll go get my wrench and some oil and we'll see if that helps anything. So we did not make it. It is 2 days later. I actually was late and had to run to work, so we didn't get anything else accomplished. And then the next day it ended up snowing. So you guys can see we have even more snow than we had before. So I had to clean the truck off again. My tools together, I got a wrench. I couldn't find a torque wrench and ended up being a 15/16 socket. So we poured some oil on that. I didn't have any used oil, so I had to use new stuff, which made me feel kind of bad, but gotta use what you have. So I didn't use much, and I poured that on there, and we did free this up. All I did was stick that socket on the end of it and just work it back and forth when I poured oil on it. And it doesn't hurt anything to do that. It doesn't hurt the alternator at all. So we got that freed up, and that moves back and forth easily now. We hooked the jumper cables back up because I hadn't really charged the battery long enough to actually keep a charge when it tried to start a few times. So I hooked those up, and we gave it another try. It did turn over once, and then it just started making this terrible, terrible grinding noise. I'll show you guys. It should probably charge it. I had my truck hooked up to it for a while, so it might try, but... So now I'm thinking that it is most definitely the starter. You can hear, the starter is right about right there, and that's where the sound is coming from. So I think we're gonna need a new one. It's right there, if you guys can see that under there. Pretty sure she's toasted, so we're gonna have to take that off. Good news is it doesn't look like it's that difficult to get to, but not gonna be doing it right now because it's pretty snowy and it's also pretty cold out today. It's only about 20 degrees, so right now we're gonna wait for it to warm up a little bit before we do that. So kind of unproductive. We just found more problems. She needs a lot of work. For you guys that are new here, this is a 351M. I've had this truck for, geez, 7 years, probably? Six years. 6 years, I think. So I bought it back in 18. Only thing I've really done to this, it does have new plugs and wires on it and a new distributor cap. It does not have the same carburetor that came on it. I put this one on. That's an Edelbrock one. It had a Holley carburetor on it before, which was more of a racing one, and I ended up having to tune it like every time you wanted to run the truck, so I got sick of that and put this one on. It's a 2-barrel, by the way. I haven't had any trouble with this one. Tuned it when I put it on, and it's run perfect ever since. So definitely love this one. Low maintenance is my thing because, as you can tell, I don't really take good care of it anyway. So new battery about a couple years after I got it. Other than that, I haven't really done anything that I wanted to do. The grills of this year truck have Ford spelt out. You can see the holes where they should have been. This one didn't have it, so I did buy those. I think I bought them on eBay. So I do have those. They're in the glove box, and I wanted to put them on, but I kind of wanted to paint the truck first, which also hasn't happened yet. So we haven't really done anything. We haven't gotten anything accomplished, but I'm hoping this year that we'll find some time to work on it because I really do want to get it painted up and looking nice. I hate the way that back panel looks. It just looks terrible. I want to put a new exhaust system on it. Nothing about this truck is really stock. If you look at the door, I don't know if it's this one. If you look up the VIN number and everything, it says that the truck was originally a 2-wheel drive, which is a 4-wheel drive now. It was an automatic transmission, which now it's a manual. And it was also a V6 engine, which now it's a V8. So nothing about this truck is anywhere near original. It also used to be like a terrible, terrible blue color. It was called Bahama blue. You can see that right there. Awful color. I think if I ever painted it, I would either paint it white again, because I'm really used to just seeing it like this, the pearlescent white. I really like that. Or I may possibly paint it like a dark, dark red, or maybe even gray. I don't know. Haven't really decided yet. So yeah, I'm bummed out that we didn't get anything accomplished really, but thank you guys for joining me anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video, just kind of hanging out for a while. It's supposed to warm up in the next few days, so maybe we'll get that off and get it replaced. And then I can actually show you guys it starting and running. So thank you guys so much. I'm sure some of you guys are getting spring fever as well. I just needed to be outside and doing something. So keep it real, keep farming, and hope you join us in the next video. Bye guys.